Cause I can. Following the March 4th. My agenda won't load, so I'm gonna stare at the computer screen for a moment. Thank you. I had it downloaded. Apparently that doesn't mean what I need. So just, if we could all rise, please. A moment of reflection in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic that stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, is this the first time we're attempting the Lori is here thing?
Yes. Yeah, Lori's on.
Okay, so how do we do the roll? Because she usually lists off names and we say here.
Yeah, Lori's here, so I can allow her to talk.
Okay.
Hello.
And we're ready for roll call, Lori.
Okay, Broad,
Here,
Colazo, DeBowser,
here,
Frick,
Here.
Lancaster,
here.
Newell,
Here.
Cerniso,
Here.
Smith.
Present.
That's 7 present, 1 absent.
All right, thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
Okay, additions and changes to the agenda. I know we want to do an executive session, so we probably want to do that after public comment. Okay, any other changes to the agenda? No, okay. In which case then, we have the minute reports. In the packet, there was three sets of minutes.
No, there's 2 sets of minutes and the financial report.
No, there should have been a special meeting, which is in the packet.
No, we,
You're right, it's in the minute, I'm sorry, it's in the minutes from the 18th.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, do we have a motion to approve the February 4th council meeting?
Should have faster.
Well, so Jessica is okay, and Peter second. So is there any further discussion or any discussion on the minute? Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, in which case then the February 18th work session and. No, there is another. Is there no minute? Sorry, one thing at a time. Because it's at the top of this, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember, we had the whole conversation yesterday. So the minutes for the special EMS meeting.
No.
We've already.
You approved those at your work session.
Thank you.
So now what you're doing is
Okay.
the February work session, which is the 18th. And I believe you have minutes from are there minutes from the hearing on the
The-
plan?
yeah, the hearing minutes are in the work session. Yeah.
Admin.
No, sorry, there was poor Eden was not feeling well, and so we were trying to decipher something. And so now I'm trying to remember. What is this we deciphered? Okay, so.
You called it to order, there wasn't any public comment, and then it adjourned 3 minutes later, and then the. work
Right,
session started.
originally that wasn't in there, and that's what threw me off. Okay, sorry. I'm back on board. Do we have a motion for the February 18th work session?
So moved.
So moved, thank you.
Second.
And second, okay. Lori, Casey moved and Jessica seconded, if you couldn't quite make her out. Okay, in which case, any other
Thank you.
discussion on those minutes? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the minutes, signify by saying aye. Any opposed, nay? Motion. In which case, now we have the January 2025 financial report. Do we have a motion to approve? Approved. Peter, motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Casey, second. Okay, Nicole, you have been making a habit of pointing out something and trying to educate us. So do you have anything you want to add to this? Okay, that's fine, understand. Any other discussion on the January 2025 financial? Seeing none, in favor of approving, signify by saying aye. Any opposed, nay? Motion carried. Okay, which case then, they're going to go to public comment. So I know you're signed up first, I do apologize, Nick Nicholson, is that right? Okay, so I do not recognize you, so in case you're not sure what to do, come and you can come sit at this table a little bit closer. And your time, you gotta state your name, full name and municipality for the record, please. So just go ahead and do that. Full name and municipality.
Yes, I'm Boston Nicholson. I'm from Wharton Township, so I'm only here half the year.
That's okay,
because
that's okay.
of Everything, so when I'm,
But you live here, you live here the other half, you're in the borough? Perfect, that's fine. Okay, now, so. The borough manager over here has a timer, it's set for 3 minutes. You can say basically anything you want except threaten us within these 3 minutes. Okay. Again, since I know you haven't been here before, at least to my memory, we won't necessarily respond to what you have to say, so you're more than willing to say your piece. If we can direct you to a committee or to a specific person you wish to answer your question, if you have one, we can do that. But it's more of a you talk at us and kind of scenario. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, all right. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to raise this issue. And I don't really know how much this committee can do or what power you have to, I mean, we can't solve the problem. I've seen some economic signs in the past, like couple of days, and I guess in the past month, but really in the past couple of days and weeks. That show there's a pretty good likelihood that there will be a recession or something like it within the next month or so. Stock market going down and the Atlanta Federal Reserve, that branch predicts negative economic growth of about 2.8%, which what that means for this area, of course, could be job losses and business closure and all. I'm sure some of you remember 2008. It may not be as bad as then, maybe worse. I don't know. I'm not an economist. I'm a history major. So all I can say is that tariffs, which just went into effect at 12:01 midnight, do not help. I can point to Smoot-Hawley tariffs, 1931. Those, I mean, we're already seeing the signs of a trade war with our biggest trading partners. So I guess what I want to point out is that if there's anything that the borough or can do to sort of alleviate these economic anxieties or woes for the citizens of the area, that would be, I don't know, I'm not a politician, so I don't really know. I just want to, I guess, point that out for whatever can be done. So I think that kind of sums up what I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. That is
Yeah.
not the flavor of public comment we normally get. So I don't know if we can do much about what you brought up, unfortunately, but I do appreciate you being here.
Yeah, we did.
Say it. Ma'am, I did not have the sign-in sheet. Did you want public comment as well? Okay. All right. In which case then, we are gonna go into an executive session, which we ask you both and anyone else who needs to, please just step out temporarily. At the end of the executive session, you will be allowed back in. It's not a specific length of time.
Yeah. And this is
So-
for legal and personnel. Thank you. And back learning. It's legal and personnel.
So we will, somebody will come and get you if you're still in the hallway and want to come back in. Thank you for stepping out. Thank you for your return. Okay. So in a committee.
We lost that. It is so
The
scary.
cop does not have, and gets have, oh, we have half our.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Committee reports, Peter, whenever you were ready, sir.
Yes, well, as minutes. You were on there are things that we that were important. Oops, I can't find it out here. I'm gonna hear it.
Do you remember that action?
This later. Yeah. Okay, we do have 3 action items. We have the early retirement option plan, also known as drop, which I think is amazing. Our participants in this, I know, the police don't think it's funny, but it's just the name. For the police pension plan, and the motion is to advertise the drop for participants in pension plan. And that we voted on at the committee, so it doesn't need a second.
Is there any further discussion on the motion? To advertise. In which case, we're spending money, so we gotta do roll call. Is Lori ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Broad,
Yes,
DeBowser,
Yes.
Frick,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Newell,
Yes.
Cerniso,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
and I skipped Colazo
She's
not here.
not
because
here.
she's not here. So 7 yes, 1 absent.
Motion carried. All right.
okay. The next motion is to adopt amendment to chapter 133 amusement and gaming devices to align with the proposed 2025 fee schedule. I'm not sure why we are approving this before we approve the fee schedule. Both came from the committee and they're both,
That should be vote to advertise. That.
The ordinance?
The new ordinance, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an advertisement.
It's an advertisement,
Advertise, not adopt.
yeah. Sorry.
So the next one would also be every.
No.
No, that is the resolution. Yeah, to advertise.
This is an ordinance.
This is an ordinance.
It's a mayor.
Okay. Yes, okay.
I will correct my statement of the motion or move to advertise amendment to chapter 133 amusement and gaming devices to align with proposed 2025.
Any other discussion on the matter? In which case then we're advertising again, so roll call vote again, please, Lori?
Yes. Broad,
Yes,
Colazo, DeBowser,
Yes.
Frick,
Yeah.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Newell,
No.
Cerniso,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
So that's 6 yes, 1 absent, and 1 no.
Motion carries. Jessica, oh.
What?
Sorry.
all right. One more motion. To adopt resolution 2025 R2, adopting the fee schedule for 2025. There's a lot in there. We went over it.
We did. Now, this is a resolution, so this doesn't cost any money. So is there any further discussion on the fee schedule? No further discussion on the fee schedule? All in favor? Signify by saying aye. Any opposed? 1 opposed, motion carried.
And that's what I have for the administration committee.
All right, moving on to, where's the thing, the next action item, yeah, oh, community development, sorry. Community development, we adopted a comp plan, that's pretty cool. A lot of hard work went into that. And so I think we were all there for that, so I'm not gonna belabor that point very much. Yeah, I mean. What else to add? Any discussion for community development? In which case then, to public safety.
Okay, nothing to add, since the last meeting, but we do have a, suggested motion for the IUP Health Sciences Run for Health, the Health of It, 5K. Move to approve the special event application for the IUP Health Sciences Run for the Health of It 5K on April 5th, 2025 at 11 a.m. I can't remember. I don't think did we approve this in?
We-
So it
Yes.
doesn't need a second.
All right, so we're approving, so we consider spending money because they're paying a fee. We still spending money?
There's a approved event.
Right, because that was making sure. Yeah, I mean, do you have any reason, have they paid their fee? I don't know if that matters yet.
Yes,
Oh,
they
have.
did.
No
Yeah,
question.
there's no safety issue concerns.
In which case, any further discussion? All in favor of the suggested motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Wait, let's see if I heard something.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I.
All right. In which case then, anything else for public safety?
Meeting next week.
Which case, public works, blow up or flood or anything.
Not that I'm aware of, that is not accurate. So we've been continuing to do work around the borough. People's Gas is here, Penn American Water is here. We have, still, there's flooding issues at the Eisenhower School, job sites that continues to be for Public Works and the school district and our engineers, so.
Did it not flood before?
No, it's in a flood zone.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Floodplain.
Indiana County really in floodplain.
I thought we heard that, and they're like, oh, we have a flooding problem, like, it isn't new, like, this
No,
has been there.
Ben Franklin, cheaper to build in a swamp. So there's flooding problem. Hopefully those can be resolved swiftly. Because they're bad down there now that there's more concrete. Beyond that, there's the Vinegar Hill project is moving forward with maybe getting some grants and that's about it. Does anyone have any questions? We're here. Give an action item. We can go back. All right, what's up there? Traffic signal agreement. So I've moved to adopt the resolution 2025-R3 adopting the traffic signal maintenance agreement proposed by PennDOT.
Right, so doesn't need a second, so is there any discussion? All right, Peter, I forget, you didn't like this for some reason, and I apologize, I don't remember why.
Trust PennDOT to consult with us.
It's like one of those required things that we have no control over.
Gotcha.
Pretend like you have a say.
Yeah. Yeah.
More of a principle, you don't like this
Yeah.
versus a issue with it.
I don't think we have much choice.
Okay. Any further discussion on the motion? I have no. It's a resolution, right? We're not doing a resolution. All right, in which case then, all in favor of the resolution, signify by saying aye.
We have
Any opposed?
the copies in the packet.
No opposed, motion. Okay, anything else for public work?
I do not believe so.
You know, somebody. It did start feeling potholes, I'm pretty sure.
I've heard complaints about that. Not filling them properly.
It's cold patch, so.
They're doing the best they can.
Yeah, I should say too, we are aware that 6th Street is torn up. Someone says about something every day. We are aware.
And
This is a public works thing. The map is on line from Penlick, correct?
Mhm.
So.
From,
Sorry.
from Peoples,
People.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't remember if this is said or not in one of these meetings. We had a meeting with People's Gas. They provided us a map that shows different zones of different phases of construction of areas they've torn up. All the way from they think it's completed to it hasn't been torn up yet, but it's coming. And so I do apologize if I've already known. It sounds like no. Okay, good. And so Eden had that thing up. I don't even know how she does it. She had it minutes, it felt like. So there's, yeah, people can reference that, that link on our website. It's also on People's Gas website to see, hey, if you're looking at a turn up street, what phase do they believe that it's in? And if you are in a completed zone and you think there's a problem, that is when we would encourage you to call in and report it. Not necessarily when it's just, you know, they just started, it's annoying, but it's also necessary, so patience on that side. Yes,
Yes, there timeframes on that.
They have timeframes for future, we're gonna destroy this.
Schedule time.
Yeah, they,
Not completion.
No, not at the moment.
they gave us a packet, which we can send, to you all, that does have like how much roadway they're anticipating working on this year. And it does have tentative timelines for the projects that they have coming up, I believe through May, we saw on that packet. So it'll tell you roughly, but not exactly when they're starting work. The map that they do provide, once again, has areas that they've torn up over the past couple, I mean, last year was a rough year. And that is all in restoration. So they did tell us that they will be sending teams out this year to hopefully restore a lot of these roads at one time, since there are a lot of them that need restored.
You say this year, they are thinking of leaving the roads that they've messed up this winter, messed up all year and maybe until next year?
So they did not specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't gonna necessarily make you feel any better, but the meeting was the step. Now they've given us access to this map, which we had access, we just didn't know what. It wasn't like a big secret, we just didn't know where to look. So they've provided this for us, they've provided us with a direct governmental liaison, I think is what the title was, to contact with specific issues. Now that we have this map, what we as a borough and as citizens can do is go look at that map and say, like, for example, the 1000 block of Church Street, they say it's done. It's horrible, but we weren't gonna just start whacking them over the head and in that meeting. Now we can look at this and seek further information on specific things, right? And so, and to your question, that would be a good follow-up question. This road's been destroyed for X length of time. What would a timeline be that we could put out to citizens to say, expect your road fixed within X length of time?
To require it, or perhaps at a certain point, the borough repairs the road and we send you a bill?
Well, so I understand your frustration. I think at this
I think
moment,
it's not I think it's not just
Fine.
No, I agree.
It's statewide, because it's a statewide problem.
We could look at it from a different perspective and say it's a speed goal. People want speed bumps, so we could just not do the potholes and.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, this was a
Save money.
a coordinated meeting that actually Senator Pittman helped put together. And so it's basically, it's hard as it can be to do. It's not, let's try not to be annoyed about last month and try to be better next month is the goal. So in your case, with a specific road in mind, I don't think that's an unfair question to reach out with. Hey, this, like, you think the 1100, the 1000 block of Church is done, but it's full of holes. So we don't think it's done, please advise, right? And then now we can start creating that list of questions of which to ask them. Now that we know, right, that this map is available. I thought it was a very helpful map. I thought it was a really good meeting. And so,
Our ordinance requires
It's under
the
Public
patch, so
Works.
they're required to go to the center line if they rip up more than a certain number of feet and a certain width, but we can't require them to finish it for whatever their contract is, and that contract could be multiple years.
Okay.
So like,
Also,
the intersection at like, over by Mac Park is a 5-year, they had a 5-year window to complete it, and they completed it.
of course.
So,
So also too, it seems like some of our roads are worse for wear because they've had, not necessarily that they've intentionally torn them up, and they've got all this heavy machinery on them, and now snow's gone, and you look at the road, and you look, this road didn't look like this before.
And these are some of the things that we can try to identify, because the truth is, everyone might be certain this summer. So now that we have that, we can look and see and ask more specific questions of, hey, you have this road completed, this road is covered in cracks and looks awful, there's much potholes. How is this your finished product, please advise, right? Now we can start to formulate those questions more specifically based on their time that they gave, right? And it's not an unfair question to ask, why is this taking so long? They may very well say, here's why. Okay. If that's their answer for a bunch of questions, then we can go from there, right? But
It's usually better to ask whenever usually wrap up right before it closes in October.
yeah, it's a good goal.
Like if it's gonna be this year, I feel like I would estimate October based on my experience.
Like all the sidewalks that are from October.
I feel that if it's gonna be done this year, and they're actually saying that's probably gonna give you, and like, that's October at the end of the.
Yeah, I think it's just,
They play down my street,
Yeah.
and I see her struggling over, she won't let anybody help her, and she's struggling over these sidewalks.
Sidewalks and blacktop. They may be, another thing you revealed this meeting, a lot of apologies leave this, is they're being held up by ADA engineering. Right, is that how they phrase it? They need to engineer a plan for an ADA ramp, because everyone was custom, even if they look the same, except they hit specific road grades. Then they have to get those approved, then they have to send it to the borough, then the engineers have to look at them.
Thank you.
And reapprove them. And then they have to go in, and before they can do any of the grading around it, that all has to be done first, because they have to hit specific grades, or it fails and it has to be redone.
Makes sense. You're doing sidewalks all over the state, this is not rocket science, this is a protocol, this is not that hard, these are excuses.
Well, I don't think this one's unfair though,
I mean,
because they're,
to jump through, but.
but because they're doing it all over the state, the engineers are busy, the ADA inspectors are busy, right? And so they talked to us at that meeting about trying to coordinate with our engineers to streamline the process and cut one of the engineers out of it, and to save time. So, again, there is, oh, yeah, yes, why not though? We want them done. And they
Well,
want to
yeah,
save
yeah, that's
money.
fine, but then
Right.
the bill goes down for, all right?
Well, the talk was figuring out a common ground. So, anyway, so it was a very productive meeting on that, and so.
Thank you.
It gave a lot, that's why so the other thing irritated me.
Well, I'm grateful for all that work on it, I'm sorry that I sound like it's not enough, but it's not.
No. It's frustration, as you point out, shared by most of us.
Yeah.
Right, if not all of us, and in this particular instance, it's like, okay, we came together with the organization. Let's see how we can do better going forward, and we also have a meeting, a similar style meeting. Scheduled with the water, not scheduled, asked for with the water company. To try to have a similar meeting to get a similar map, to see if they have a plan that they can share with us. Because all of that parlays into, I guess this was community development, the sidewalk grant that we're working on. And so, anyway, a lot of interconnected challenges in these particular categories. All right, I totally derailed you.
Okay,
because
yeah.
I'm sorry. Planning, all right. Peter,
Well, planning commission basically finished up the comprehensive plan. And they also made a presentation of the complete streets policy that dedicated to Charles Mangus. He gave copies of Vicky Stelma, his widow. They didn't move on to anything new, the last one. They've been at it. But they did a lot of work finishing up that comprehensive plan.
They did. Get an update on that. Community development maybe either, did we? Yeah.
Yeah. It's in process.
Yeah, through the section.
They just said, they've recently sent parts to me, I don't know if it's the whole.
Yeah,
part,
it's almost fine.
my review.
It's real close to me.
I'm not, I'm it's coming today.
Real close.
Well, we ever got the money.
That's true.
I think the one was cool.
Cool. right, anything else for planning? All right, in which case, shade tree, and Tammy, I don't know if she was there, is there anything new to talk about for shade tree?
Well, Bob resigned, retired. So that position is posted, the consultant position is posted on the website.
And there's at least a couple of people interested in it.
Yeah.
Justin from Juliet, for example, I do not remember the other. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So, the ties to the community there, so.
Good. That might be a hard one to go.
All right, any other, what we know about shade tree, any other questions? Okay, Nicole, because you haven't given us a lot of information already, you're up.
Yeah, two things. So the borough flags that we get every 2 years that go down Main Street past, we would get donations. So I want to publicly thank the clubs, and I'll tell you, these flags have gone up, and over time they've gotten $3,000 now. And they need replaced every 2 years. So we reached out to our local, the people who have donated in the past, the Eagles, the Moose, the Elks, American Legion, and they all graciously donated. So I want to publicly thank all of them. And they actually donated about $2,562, so well enough to cover, close the whole purchases of the flag. So Eden was going to send out thank you notes to them, but I just want to thank them. So we got the flags ordered, so they'll be up. And the second thing I have is a couple months ago, Dr. Perry, Dr. Aaliyah Perry from IUP contacted me. You know, we do those sessions with the grad students and the calculation, or we do projects with them. And so the Association of PA Municipal Management hosts a seminar every year, a training seminar, and it's in Lancaster this year. And we actually, Dr. Perry submitted a collaboration thing that we do with the borough. And we were chosen to do a talk, like a table talk there for the seminar. So that's going to be in May, that her and I and two of our students will be going up to and talking about the projects that we do together. Like they did the budget one, the sidewalk, how she brings her grad students in and we work on municipal wide government. So that's exciting that they accepted this, and it will be part of the seminar. So
What is the date for that?
May, it's May 19th through the 21st. Yeah, May 19th. So it's Monday through Wednesday. So our thing is on Tuesday.
Cool, very good.
I'll be on Monday, and then I'll go up Monday, and then I'll sit in on other topics. We've gone to the same one, I think, basically 2 years ago, but so yeah. So we're working, if anybody's interested in learning how we work with IUP and other municipalities, then we can kind of give our points of view and talk to them.
That's
Say hi to Brad.
Huh?
Say hi to Brad.
I know, I was gonna email him and see if he's going, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was texting.
so, yeah, so I thought that was exciting that we got picked to do that, so.
Very
Thank
cool.
you. And that's all I have.
LT, chief, you're up.
Nothing for the full council. My report will be for public safety.
Okay. All right, Mr. Solicitor, the guy who's holding us up on this suit.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to hear about the soup, I got it today. The full draft, the full zoning ordinance language for review. They are aiming to have all comments back. This is from Nick Fedor, from Michael Baker, March 28th.
So you got the full things, have you said?
I have the full zoning ordinance. And he and I are going to get on a phone call, walk through it sometime in the very near future. Otherwise, I don't have much else to say.
The pictures. No.
We may even do a Teams meeting and like connected. I'm very excited. I just like to see. It's fun.
All right, any other questions for? In which case, our IU representative is in the house.
Great, so season 3 of the Rural Health Pulse podcast is continuing, and the most recent episode is featuring Executive Director of the and CEO Byron Stopper. So you can check out the link there if you'd like to tune in and listen. Our current student trustee will be graduating in May, and Jackson White, he's from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, has been selected to serve as the new student trustee. He's also one of our proud IEP ambassadors, great guy. IEP in Penn Highlands Healthcare signed a clinical training agreement for post-college medicine, as did IEP in Conemaugh Medical Center. We have another one coming up on March 25th, so really great progress on all of our clinical training agreements. We are well above that goal that we had to submit to COGA, so that's amazing. Now we just gotta lock in the funding, so you all can see me if you'd like to make a gift. Dr. Adele Riley has been named the permanent dean of the College of Education and Human Services. She's been serving in that interim role for a while now. Something to share for everyone. This is open to the public, but the Psycho Planetarium is hosting 3 programs in the spring. You'll see the dates there in the link. I think the first one is coming up on March 6th.
Planetarium.
Yeah, if you haven't been to the new planetarium, it is amazing, really cool. So check this out. It's going to enjoy that. And then our council of trustees meet this Thursday, March 6th, and their public meeting starts at 5 p.m. If anyone would like to attend, and men's and women basketball both played last night. Was it last?
They both
What day of the week? They both won. Women will head to Edinburgh on Wednesday at 5:30, and men will be at Gannon, and they play at 7:30, and you can tune in. So you can find the link if you look at their schedule and want to know.
Or you can just listen.
Or you can listen on the radio as well. Yes. And that's all I have.
What was the date for the planetarium, the first one?
First one is March 6th.
Oh.
And then there's 2 others that are coming up.
How will they be provided to go right to the website?
Each and they're really comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I can take it now. All right, okay, thank you for any questions for Jen? All right, in which case then, I guess it's me. I don't have a whole lot to say. I used all my words at other moments, right?
Can we make it?
Yeah, no, just a lot has gone into the past several months, you know, between the comp plan, the staff working hard. Winter, the move, now there's an audit, protocol. I guess used to them, I don't know if you can get used to being audited.
We get 3 different audits. You figure our pension audit, our fuels audit, and now this is our big audit. Yeah.
Big, yeah. So thank you for all the staff working hard. But yeah, the 60-degree weather is awesome. Supposed to snow an inch on Friday night, in case anyone's wondering. It's March. So anyway, yeah, that's all I really have. And thank you to everybody who's put a lot of time and energy and effort and all the things that were a long time coming to get to the zoo, and we haven't done much of the zoo. Plenty of the comp plan. And so anyway, thank you. All right, Mr. Mayor.
Well, because of the 60-degree weather, my wife and I walked Philadelphia Street, which we do all the time, and I stopped into different businesses that were opening.
Nice.
And getting an update, like, you know, about Luxembourg's got flooded out and they're making progress down at the PNC building. So I think that'll be a nice addition. We do have some, you know, empty spots that are hard to fill right now, but I'm sure we'd like to do that. But I went to a new store called Thread Heads, brand new, it's just open. Yeah, so I went in and I introduced myself and talked to the 2 young guys that opened the store. And I'm looking around at the different clothing and everything. And he said to me, could you maybe have your kids or your grandkids come? Maybe we could fix it up. What was he referring to? He was saying that there was nothing there for me. But because the guy came in right behind me and he said, hey, we got these new purple pants in. I said, you didn't offer those purple pants to me. So anyway, real nice kids. We wish them well. It's a nice store. I like to go in and talk to these folks and you know, it's, oh boy, yeah. Yeah, right before that, when you were walking that way. Then on the other side, there's a restaurant they're still getting that developed to, you know, to get started. But you know, the more activity we can get uptown, the better off we're gonna be. You know, talking to the owners and everything, they still complain about the parking issues and everything, you know, you're always gonna hear that. And people, I got a letter the other day about how they got shorted on the meter, and I thought, come on. And so I had to go to the courthouse on Friday, and I parked right in front. I put a quarter in, I got 6 minutes. So I had to move pretty fast.
I wonder if it's one of the, because they're not done replacing all the ones that were affected by the cold, are they?
I don't know, I'm just,
We put a quarter in it, gave us 0 time,
Oh.
and I'm out near the chocolate door. And my kids were, what?
you better hurry. So anyway, we're glad to see a lot of activity though. That's the key, and that's what I'm up to. Thank you. And if you see me in purple pants, you'll know that the guy talked me into that.
We're gonna ask to, okay, if those meters have been all replaced yet. I don't remember what he.
The ones of Philadelphia, we'll have to probably check on that to see what's wrong. Yeah.
It was right in front of the courthouse.
What I usually do is take a picture of the meter and have the identification.
Yeah.
And I send it off to him. Say, hey, this one's not taking money, or this one's, it's dead. Just to let them know that, and they usually check it out.
Definitely.
Maybe that's a public education campaign we could do. If your meter's broken, take a photo, send it to us.
Yeah.
We don't wanna mess you over anyway. Yeah, whatever the other.
Any questions for the mayor?
Don't know what he's talking about. It's a dead.
I mean, we would do,
He would know right away.
moving on to old business.
Yeah.
EMS authority, Jonathan, do you want to comment on the EMS authority?
I'll comment. The biggest thing up and coming is on March 26th at the commissioners meeting. March 26th, I think that's right. Sorry, I wrote it down. There's going to be the official formation of the authority. They do have a majority of municipalities have said yes. That's where they are. It's in process. White Township was at the table yesterday's meeting, a good step in the right direction. And I think there's an awareness of the significant barriers that have been kind of stalling. I feel like it's moving in a way towards more culture. So we have yet to see. Collaboration is the alternative to negotiation, and I think it's a really good step forward. That we need to start working together and make this a reality, because as the gentleman in public comment said, we may be experiencing some tough times ahead, and if we don't pool resources together now, we will not have EMS.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
There's always plan B.
We just might not look.
That's right.
Yeah.
It will get.
The borough probably will, it's just the borough will be stuff.
We will. All right. Any other questions for Jonathan on EMS? All right, in which case then, the Indiana Borough Endowment, hopefully you'll have a chance to look at the link you said. You up for sharing any more about it?
Yeah, I mean, I know that we talked this at admin last month. We are interested in pursuing, as we've noted over and over and over again, we just passed the comp plan. Trajan sent out some emails today. to set up some presentations, to talk to some big community partners about how we can work together in the comp plan. As those meetings happen, as we look to our partnership with DI, and working towards some progress with the 8th Street corridor, we figured this would be as good of a time as any to probably start this project or this endeavor. That way we could potentially have our own grant making funds for all of these big projects. It also would allow some of these big partners, your S&Ts, your First Commonwealth, you name it, to contribute to something long-standing, and not just towards projects or, it's seeming like it's a retroactive ask every time we have something going on. So we wanted to kind of gauge your thoughts on that moving forward before we proceed.
So my specific question on this, forgive me because I don't know much about it now. Did read the thing. So this would be a mechanism for an institution or an individual to donate money so that it's dedicated to certain things. Is that a way to think of this?
Typically, I mean, most endowments are specifically to enhance any projects that you would seek grants for, right? So if we are looking for match funds, or we are looking to set aside money for some of these big projects that we've outlined.
So if it would be specific for any kind of grant in construction, any kind, right? Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It enables S&T, your corporate partners, to then be able to donate to this endowment, which presumably will be a 501c3 charitable organization, so they'll get the tax write-off.
Okay. In charge of it.
We
do
would.
this. Yeah, we would pick a
Yeah.
project. They'll match it up to 25,000. So even if we say, okay, we apply for this grant and we say we're gonna put the 25,000 in just to start, we get that match. So here we are with this bit to start this project or ideas. And that. If we use the 8th Street corridor, for example, then we can go to the S&T banks and the First Commonwealth saying, hey, we want to concentrate on this project.
So I get that part, but is it its own entity? Is it? I guess I apologize. This is
The question is who's controlling the funds, who's saying where they're going.
You're right.
I think it's the borough, it's creating
Yeah.
the endowment.
Yeah.
Kind of like IUP as an endowment.
I got so much money. Yes.
And basically, it's,
You would,
we would be creating essentially a fundraising arm for the borough. For
Under the
major
boroughs.
projects.
Okay.
Those funds for, as that project went on, they could mean that.
so with our endowments, we have fund managers, which then they invest those funds that are donated. So that then you're gaining money on the endowment money that's.
Or we would pick a back, like
An
have an
investment.
investment.
Yeah, he's picking-
Yeah.
Maryland, S&T,
Right.
advisor, whoever.
Yeah.
Of course.
You would do an RFP.
Just like I said, in the environment that we're in now and starting other projects, and I know we talked at length about the budget at the end of last year and having a little bit of money left over, and that we like to have a little bit of money left over. This could also be a place that we could invest that money to have it for, if we predominantly use it for grant matching, or some of these projects that pop up, we would have that money already set aside.
Do you think that the borough has the capacity to continue this and grow that? Like, is it more work than it will be beneficial?
I think it depends how you would treat it, right? If you have a large endowment, your Harvards, your whatever, right? You have people who are working full time to do that. If you want a longstanding fundraising arm, if you look at it in a, hey, we will donate whatever, our surplus this amount every year and it automatically gets invested. S&T says, yeah, every year we'll put $5,000 down, don't touch our parking lot or whatever, that could be a very,
Would we partner with like one of the groups like Community Foundation for the Alleghenies or one of those entities can also help us? Like that's who the school district.
Yeah.
I know. The school district uses Community Foundation for the Alleghenies. So when you donate you're donating there, but it's going to our endowment or our fund,
Yeah, and they just,
and they manage.
this is where the program is through, and they just announced earlier this week or the end of last week that they've added another nonprofit arm. So I don't know if that's something that they're looking to do too, if they're offering these, once again, this grant is for specifically Indiana or Cambria County. So if they're hoping that with that additional entity, that there might be some endowment managers or something along that line. I don't know, but that's something that, another resource that they just did release.
This is offered at first come. Here's one.
I mean, if it's a tax write-off. Mhm.
Yeah. We've got this.
So before them moving in the food right now,
IRC.
this makes it easier for those entities to do.
Like when they get
Work
their
it.
park.
Also, like you were saying, their money can just, they can pledge so much each year, and so instead of us going back and asking each time, it'll just be
Right.
an automatic. Thing if they want to be a
So I think, I mean, to Casey's question, it could be a lot of work, or it could be something very simple that if we go about this the right way in the frame, hey, we are dedicated to implementing all of these plans and building stronger relationships with our community members. Here is a simple hands-off way, right, to be involved in the project or the process.
What would you need from?
Well, if you are on board, that's what we need to know, first of all. And secondly, if this is a route that you want to go, can this then be included in our presentations that we're giving about the comp plan?
In favor of this? I don't know what exactly.
I think it's just generally your support, yeah.
Especially with these, they're assisting these organizations to, you know, they get write-offs.
I would hate it to turn into a situation where we have a pot of money that we don't really have the staff to deal with, and then we just don't touch it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a project. But we're not like.
Yeah, this could be a lot more general, and I think with some of the projects we have coming up, it would be pretty easy to spend, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, but this is a good question, cautionary tale, right?
I just feel like it's always like, hey, $1,000. We don't even know what this program is.
Yeah.
That just.
Yeah, that feeling.
But the building facade fund.
Yeah.
That was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's how the. Somebody was able to do years ago.
Yeah, but.
Yeah. That goes different, yeah.
Yes.
Deal with it.
Did.
Money.
Yeah, we actually did, but,
All right, we need-
rates, tree rates.
All right.
Good deal. We did a motion.
Yeah, need anything other than what we just.
That's it, yeah, I mean, when we go to apply for the grant, I mean, there will be a resolution, just
Oh,
because
sure.
we'll be, but yeah.
Right. Which. April is. Oh, gotcha. April is the safe digging month. Apparently.
Yeah.
Way at the end.
All those,
Oh, just had to hand it.
I think we did it last year too.
Okay, and so this is just a motion, a suggested motion, it needs a second to move to adopt resolution 2025-R4, recognizing April as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month in the Indiana Borough.
Gas.
I'll second. Yeah, now we made this.
Yeah, does everyone know what 811 is?
Cold.
Technically, you should,
Not too deep.
you might need to tell them, Jamie.
It's free though.
See, you learned something.
You weren't planning on digging a hole anyway, right?
They don't have-
What
You still get I mean, well, but, so if you're not unfamiliar with it, it's just, they'll come mark utilities, you get a certain grace period with them. It helps with past liability when you hit a line, it doesn't really stop you from hitting it. I've ripped at least 18 cable line out of the ground. Well, that's with them.
They don't really want.
We're gonna pair you. Second.
I need a second.
Second.
Okay. Which case then? We have a movement second, any further discussion? Okay, with the resolution, we're not spending any money, so all in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, the second motion under new business, the management pension plan, 25-year window. This is a.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Some of these do blend together though, don't they?
Pensions, we've had a bunch of amendments to pensions in the last couple of.
So, all right, just the motion, which we'll need a second, move to advertise the amendment to the management pension plan to offer a one-time window benefits to active employees with 25 or more years of service as of September 30th, 2024. Ordinance 2025-5. Yes, second, and a second. All right, we're advertising, so this one is gonna cost money. And so in which case, Lori, if you're still with us, please do a roll call vote.
I'm here. Broad,
Yes.
Colazo, DeBowser,
Here.
Frick,
Yes.
Frick,
Yeah.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Newell,
Yes.
Cerniso,
Yes.
Here.
Smith.
Yes.
7 yes, 1 absent.
Motion carries. All right. Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
In which case then, that's it for new business. All right, which leaves us to some positive and community impacts. Jen, can I get you just one more time with planetarium? That sounded really cool. And since you said it was gonna be open, do you mind one more time? The first one was March 6th. And the link is in the email that you sent, correct? Okay.
We've been sick of hearing me say it on the radio, but the Teddy Bear Fun Drive Trivia Night is this Friday night at the Eagles. Doors open at 6, we start at 7, it is $15 a player if you register before Friday. On Friday, it's $20 a player, maximum 6 players a team, and it goes to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, which helps out IRMC Child Healthcare and the Pre-Care Fund Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh.
Very nice. This Friday, correct?
This Friday, sir. Yes.
Florida is doing social on March 14th, and Florida is raising funds to give back to the community, so it's one of our biggest fundraisers. I'm actually part of it, so it's one of our biggest fundraisers of the year, so that's March 14th at the Eagles, so at 5:30.
What's this one?
It's Quote of Indiana Social.
Oh, okay, I just don't remember, I guess is it
Yeah.
benefiting one or the other?
It's just. The local organization, whatever. Oh, no, that was the, art, that was a art.
Yeah. The Cody fundraiser, the golf one, there's Friday. For Chase. That's Friday, right?
Friday?
Yeah, I think it's this Friday.
Oh, bother.
They literally just advertised that.
Other
Yeah.
than what the St. Patrick's Day parade is in 15.
Yeah.
It's Saturday, 11 o'clock.
Mr. Mayor.
Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, and St. Bernard's Church will have the fish fries every Friday through Lent.
Yeah.
Yep.
They do it nice, and even if you're not Catholic or.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
I got them.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, that's really not in our community, but hopefully they'll find it safe down there, or wherever they're celebrating. There's more people celebrate than just New Orleans. Well, there you go. Any other coming events, positive community
The Indiana County Decathlon has their third event of that series this Saturday as well. I believe that this Saturday is the Christmas tree walk, I think. So that information's on our website and our document center. It's on the planning website. The county planners take care of that. This is the ninth year of it. So they've had good turnout so far. So if anyone wants to go on a walk this weekend. Yep.
At the junior high, they have Willy Wonka. And it's Wednesday, sorry, Friday at 7:30, Saturday at 7:30, and Sunday at 2:30. My daughter is the blueberry. Yes.
And on that note, if you want to come see your favorite borough councilman in his underwear, you can come to Sasha, Vanya, Masha, and Spike at the Indiana Players the last 2 weekends.
Mr. Smith.
Not Dawn, it's gonna be me.
You said my name.
It's pretty complicated.
I see what you're saying.
Well, you're right.
We gotta get out.
Do we have anything else or can we move through the adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Right.
I'm into a bad habit.